Hello and welcome to Heavy Metal Rex. My name is Wace, and today I'm doing something that I absolutely am so tired of doing, and that is trying to get these stupid end links to work. This is like the fourth time I'm doing this, and I'll admit I'm getting a little frustrated with it because this is not something that I want to keep doing. Now, there are a lot of things I want to say about this, and I'm going to take this time to say it. I have watched probably 10 different videos on end links. I have spoken to probably 10 different people about how to install end links. It seems like everybody gives me different advice, and none of it seems to work. All these different videos I watch also give me different advice, or sometimes just gloss over the end link installation as if it's just a normal thing that anybody can do with no issues. It's so weird that this keeps happening because even today, before I decided to make this video, because I knew that I was going to do this, and the reason I wanted to do this is because this weekend I am going to SubiFest Midwest. I wanted to make sure the car wasn't making any extra noises that it's not supposed to make. Figured it's a great day outside, might as well get it done. There's a couple other things I want to do, but it's been on top of my list, on my mind, but I haven't wanted to do it because it's just so damn annoying, especially after all the time I spend and I still end up with no real results. Now I want to go through just a couple of things before I actually start doing this again. First of all, a few thank yous to Charles, one of my subscribers. He sent me these gloves. They have actually done an amazing job. As you can see, they're very dirty. I've been using them pretty much everywhere. And believe it or not, I haven't cut myself in some time, so thank you for that. Next up, Jeremy actually sent me these two lights. These are actually like Amazon lights. It's a 2-pack rechargeable from Home Life. These things are amazing. I actually used these this morning to change change the oil on my wife's car. They are very bright. They have an on-off switch or like an actual potentiometer type deal. They're USB-C chargeable, and they have a magnet, so you can actually like stick them in most places, which is kind of cool. Thank you. I will probably end up using this this evening because while I'm recording this, the sun will probably go down. Considering every time I do end links, it's a few hours worth of work. So that's going to come in real handy. Now, the videos I've been watching, there's been a few videos, and I'm going to say a bunch of names, and, you know, I am not a professional mechanic, right? I've admitted that multiple times. The first time I did the end links, the first time I did the coilovers, I can understand I probably made a mistake. Went through, got some advice. I did it a second time. Maybe I didn't follow the advice as closely, you know, whatever. I'm willing to admit I have enough humility to say, okay, well, maybe it was something to do with me. The third time I did it, all the advice I got, I tried every piece of information. You know, people were like, keep your suspension, you need to have load on the suspension. Okay, no problem, did it that way. Well, you can't tighten it until you have load. Okay, fine. No, you can't do that. You have to have the car in the air. Okay, I did that. You know, tighten it one at a time. I did that too. Like, I have tried to follow every piece of advice that has been given to me. And even to this day, just yesterday, somebody told me a new piece where they were like, oh, we just got to keep the whole car in the air, tighten all the suspension, and when you put it down, it'll be fine. Okay, well, how is it that everybody is right and then also everybody is wrong? Even on Facebook, this was brought up again by somebody else who actually used the picture that I showed about the end link sizes, which I don't even know if that's relevant. That's just like where I have left off because I don't have anywhere else to go. So I decided I'm just going to try it again. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to torque them down a little bit more. I know it's like 33 pound-foot is what they suggest. I'm going to go a little bit more and just hope that this time this is it. And I'm going to go back and retorque everything else just in case. The bolts on top of the top hat, the bolts, the camber bolts, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing else. So I'm going to give that a shot. The few videos I went to go back to research there's a Rally Sport video. I believe it was a Subi Speed video with Forrester still there. I watched Smedia's video again where he did it. Unfortunately, he glossed over that part where he just did it in fast forward. What's really interesting, I'm going to put this picture on the screen. I took the screenshot earlier, which is very interesting. The first screenshot you're going to see is actually what the stock end link looks like, and this is from Tanner's video from Smedia. The second video, this is, I believe it's a Subi Speed video where they're removing one coilover and putting another coilover on, but what's really interesting is they have the end link backwards. What? What is even going on there? I don't even understand. Cody installed his silvers. He said Now, he didn't say this in the video, which I'm very disappointed that you didn't put this in the video. You should have put it in there. He did hear random noises, but he ended up getting it. I think he took it somewhere and he got some more help and they tightened stuff up and it went away. So we have no idea what fixed it. Now, Joey said that he's actually using the OEM end links, which is also really weird because I'm using the OEM end links and there is a weird sound that's happening that is not right, and usually it's on full lock. And somebody mentioned on Facebook that it does bind the suspension somehow, but I have no way of seeing it because it only happens when I'm driving and I can't get a camera down there to be able to find out exactly what's happening. So even with the OEM end links, I have suffered. Now, is it as clunky as when I put the aftermarket one on? Hell no. But it still does inspire considerable less confidence than when it was just stock. Somebody mentioned to me today saying, man, you probably regret putting coilovers on. I don't regret putting coilovers on at all. What I regret is the fact that a lot of the information that I've been able to find, even on the internet, hasn't helped my problem and the problem that many other people have had. That's my issue, is if you're just a regular person just like me and you decided to buy coilovers, you want to save some money and just do the installation at home, and you watch like 1, 2, 10, 15, 20 videos, and you're like, okay, I got this. I'll just replicate exactly what they're doing in my video, and yet your result is not, less than ideal. That's frustrating. So all that aside, I'm gonna try this again. I really, really want this to work because I don't want to drive, 300-400 miles and something happen while I'm out of town. And even though there's gonna be tons of mechanics, that's the last thing I want to do is have anything like that happen. So I'm gonna get the car up. I'm gonna get the fronts on the stands. We're gonna get the tires off, get everything ready, and we'll just do it. All right, let's go. So here's what we're gonna do. OEM end link, I'm going to take it off. Car's already up. I'm going to take the end link off both sides, and I'm going to go drive it just to make sure there's nothing else going on. I think that's a really good baseline. We're going to give it a shot. All right, now this is with no end links. This is no end links at all. No stock, no aftermarket. Let's see. No noise there. We'll do a full lock U-turn. See how that sounds. Full lock, no noise. So that tells me that end link is doing something. OEM end link, no good. I don't know how people are doing it, but clearly for me, that's not working because you guys heard that noise. Just for reference, what I'll do is right after this clip, I'm gonna play you what it sounded like with the aftermarket end links, so you can hear that as well. And then right after that, you'll hear the clicking with the OEM end links. So you guys have the three scenarios that I'm facing. You hear all the different sounds. That. There it goes again, on full lock. There it is again. There it is again. That's not good. Yep, I still hear it both sides, left and right. My alignment is all jacked up. Steering wheel is like halfway to the right. Look how my steering wheel is. Okay, here's the play. Car's back in the garage, tires are off, aftermarket end links are gonna go on. Obviously this one's gonna go to the top, bottom goes to the bottom. I'm gonna make this the shortest that it can be and go ahead and lock it where it needs to be. Do my best, it's got those stupid jam nuts on there, but we'll figure that part out. But more importantly, there's washers. So this washer needs to go lip side out like that, with the nut securing it in the back. That's how it's supposed to be, and that's what I've been doing. I have not done anything different than this. They say 33 pound-foot on this, on both sides. We're gonna go 40, just to be safe. At least that's what I think. So I'm gonna get this guy on, and I'm gonna get the other guy on. Now the way I'm gonna do it this time around is I'm actually gonna put everything on while the car is in the air. And we'll try it out. And then if it doesn't work, then we'll come back and I'll do it with the car on load and then adjusting these. I'm gonna try both. I'm not gonna just like try one. I'm gonna do everything. As in typical fashion, I've got a new issue now. My 17mm wrench is not holding on to this bit properly. It does its fine here, but as soon as I get the torque wrench on there, it's too loose. As you can see, this is way too loose. That's way too loose. And so I'm not able to properly torque it, which means I can't do anything right now because now my car ain't got, well, I guess I can put the tires back on and drive up to AutoZone and, oh my God, get a different wrench. This is why I hate doing this. This always ends up happening. See, just like I predicted, it is nighttime. It is like 8 o'clock, and this is the bullshit that I had to do. I couldn't find a single wrench that would work. The 17 mils are just slightly too big, and it just doesn't work. So I ended up having to get this needle nose. What are these things called, man? These are like the pliers locking pliers. That's what they're called. And I had to get one of these, and that's the only way I was able to torque this down properly. This is incredibly annoying. So hopefully you guys have wrenches that work, but like I couldn't find one that worked. So this side's done. I'm going to do the other side, and hopefully it is minimal amount of trouble. Okay, that was a massive pain in the ass. I did end up having to use the needle nose pliers, those adjustable pliers, but I was able to do it. It just kind of sucks that I wasn't able to get a wrench in there, but I mean, that's the only way that I was able to like really torque them down. Everything is torqued. I'm going to put the wheels back on, and I'm going to take all of us for a ride. And this is it. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay, so that still happens. Don't know why. Man, I kind of hear a little bit like minuscule amounts. But there's a street down here that's nothing but bumps. I'm gonna go down there and listen. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's so faint, but this is like 10 times better than what it used to be. Oh yeah, this is like considerably better. Can't be taking them tight turns with the camera. Oh yeah, dude, this is like way better. This road, I would hear it big time. So torquing it a little bit tighter did help, like a lot. I torqued it down to 40 instead of 33 like I did last time, and it seems to have potentially done it. Okay, discussion time. I don't even know where to begin. This has been such a big headache for me trying to get these endlinks installed, and I cannot believe at the end of the day it was just my own damn tools. I'm just happy this thing is over. And for those of you who are still having this issue, go back and double check everything. Like I said, this is the 4th time I've done it, and I've double, triple checked different things each time, and I've tried all kinds of things, and in the end it ended up being my stupid ass wrench, which was just a hot mess. And I ended up having to go get these locking pliers to even finish the job. So I guess all that time that I was torquing it, it wasn't doing it properly, which is somewhat embarrassing, but this is what you get when you hire me to do car work. So I'm glad that it's over. I'm glad everything is fine. Like I said, this whole drive I came back and forth. I drove a bunch up and down that road a few more times. No clunking whatsoever. It's over. Now I can forget about this whole situation and just kind of leave this as it is. There is like super slight clunking. Now I have no idea where it's come from because it's so faint. It could be the front, it could be the back, but like compared to what it was, it is, I'd say like 95% less. I don't know if you guys could hear that much. It was silent. Like I was very happy to hear that it was gone. Now, what else is left with the suspension? I have the rear toe arms, and they didn't really work out for me. I don't think so. I'm not going to mess with them until after I come back from SubiFest. I just wanted to make sure that the car was running fine and everything was like the way I wanted it before I left this weekend, because I don't have a whole lot of time because family stuff or whatever. But hopefully this helps you. Hopefully this is something, if you've been stuck with this issue for however long it's that you've had these coilovers or any other coilovers. People were mentioning BC did the same thing. Their white lines did the same thing. Their fortunes, or not white lines, their fortunes did the same thing. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not getting good torque on those things, they're not getting tightened. And that was my issue. Sorry guys. Sorry it took so long to figure this out. Everybody that tried to help, thank you so much for giving me all of the suggestions. I can't do a lot of this stuff. Actually, I can't do any of this stuff without having the ability to research. And I think other content creators definitely should keep this stuff in mind when you're installing parts for people, or for your channel. The people that are watching it, chances are it's people like me, and we're not the brightest. So do us a favor, throw in every little detail if you can. I try, and usually I don't even have to throw in the detail to think about it, because 9 out of 10 times some shit's gonna happen anyway, and I'm gonna have to put it in there because I'm gonna run into it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something, and I will see you in the next one. Before you go, if you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hitting that subscribe button costs you guys nothing, and it gains me everything. I try to provide as much entertainment and information as possible, whether you're looking at my racing series, Vehicular Acceleration Testing, or you're looking at Tuner Talk, which is actually a great series for newcomers and veterans. My only goal is to try to make the VB community better, and I can't do that without your help. Thank you.